Imagine a place where reality itself comes to a halt, where there are no black holes, no matter, no energy, no light, where time does not flow, and the very idea of location stops making sense. Today, we're going to the very edge of our universe, but we won't get there with telescopes or physics or mathematics. We'll go there with the only thing that can reach it: a question. What is outside the universe? There are only 3 possible answers, and none of them are comfortable. Before we get to what's outside, we need to understand what the edge actually is, because most people imagine it wrong. They picture a wall, a boundary, a line you could theoretically cross if you flew far enough. That's not what it is. The universe doesn't end like a room ends. Here's what actually limits us. Light travels at a fixed speed. The universe has a finite age, 13.8 billion years. That gives us a horizon, a sphere of observable reality, roughly 93 billion light years across. Everything inside that sphere, we can see, we can measure, we can study. Everything outside it is permanently, physically invisible to us, not because our telescopes aren't powerful enough, because the light from those regions hasn't had time to reach us yet. And here's where it gets worse. That horizon isn't fixed. It's moving away from us, accelerating. The universe is expanding, and beyond a certain point, it's expanding faster than light itself, which means galaxies that are visible to us today will one day vanish. Not destroyed, just gone, crossed over the horizon, unreachable, invisible, forever. Right now, there are regions of the universe that are already gone, already beyond the edge, already in a place our physics cannot follow. We are not explorers standing at the edge of a map. We are standing in a room whose walls are closing in slow motion, over billions of years. First, what if there's literally nothing? The first answer is the most honest, and the hardest to accept. Outside the universe, there is nothing, not darkness. Darkness is something. It's space with no photons, not emptiness. Emptiness is something. It's a volume with no matter. This is the absence of space itself. No dimensions, no coordinates, no substrate for anything to exist in. Your brain will attempt to imagine this and fail completely. That failure is not a flaw in your thinking. It is the correct response to an idea that has no analog in human experience. The universe didn't expand into something. Space itself was created in the expansion. Before the Big Bang, no before. Outside the universe, no outside. The question, what's there, may be the same as asking what's north of the North Pole. The question itself breaks down. There's no answer, because there's no outside. The second answer sounds like science fiction. Our universe may be one bubble in an infinite ocean of bubbles, each one born from a random quantum fluctuation, each one with its own physical constants, its own laws, its own version of reality. In most of them, atoms cannot form, stars cannot ignite. Complexity is physically forbidden. Life is not just absent, it is impossible by definition. We exist in one of the rare bubbles where the numbers happen to work. Not by design, not by intention, by the same logic that says if you flip a coin infinite times, eventually you'll get 1,000 heads in a row. We are that 1,000 heads in a row. But here's what makes this answer truly unsettling. Those other universes are not somewhere else in space. There is no somewhere else. They exist outside space and time as we understand it. Unreachable, untestable, unprovable. We cannot confirm they exist. We cannot confirm they don't. We are simply unable to know. Third, what if the Big Bang never stopped? The third answer is the one that changes everything. Outside our universe, the Big Bang never stopped. Right now, at this exact moment, space outside our bubble is expanding faster than light, infinitely, in all directions, without end. Our universe was a single quantum fluctuation that slowed down. A bubble where inflation paused, just long enough for matter to condense, for gravity to pull, for stars to form, for you to exist. But outside, it's still going. New bubbles are forming every fraction of every second, each one a potential universe. Most collapse before a single particle can form. Some grow into something like ours. The Big Bang was not a beginning. It is a process. It is happening right now, everywhere, infinitely, and we are one tiny pause in an explosion that has no start and no end. So, which one is it? The honest answer? We don't know. And that uncertainty is not a failure. It's the most honest response a conscious mind can give. We've mapped the cosmic microwave background. We've measured the expansion rate. We've traced the evolution of matter back to the first second, and still, when we ask what lies outside, silence. Not the silence of ignorance, the silence of a question that may be permanently unanswerable. But here's the thing, we are the only part of the universe that can ask. We are the universe becoming aware of its own edge. Think about that, a collection of atoms, formed in the hearts of long-dead stars, somehow arrange themselves into a network capable of asking, what lies beyond? That is not small. That is not insignificant. That is everything. And maybe, just maybe, the answer doesn't matter as much as the act of asking, because a universe that contains beings who wonder what's outside it is already more interesting than one that doesn't. We are the place where the cosmos wakes up. We are the edge looking back at itself. If you're still here, you already know something most people don't. So now I'm asking you directly, what do you think is outside the universe? Nothing? Other bubbles? Something we can't even imagine? Write it in the comments. Let's build a conversation that reaches beyond the edge. And if you want to explore the next question with us, subscribe.